Hello, hello! Bonzi back! I wasn't really sure what to touch on next or bring up, but since my rant and script for my Miguel O'Hara dislike list got me tweaking, I decided to look for a topic I definitely won't have as much trouble with, which is room decoration ideas. Now, small disclaimer, since my walls aren't of the toughest material, some of my little tips center around using thumbtacks, but again, there's other alternatives like sticking wall hooks, which may or may not work depending on the texture of your walls and ceiling. Also, these are just some ideas I've come across on my own. If experimented with or even tweaked, I'm sure some of y'all would or could even execute it better than I have. Now then, idea number 1. Crocheting hammocks or nets to pin on the wall. It's a pretty basic idea, but there's definitely ways to add more snazzy style to it. Personally speaking, since my bed is pressed against the wall, it creates a nice cozy little corner I can add to make it even more cozy. It's especially nice when I feel the need to recharge in my own space or curl up and dread being awake. Back to the whole crocheting net topic, as I said, experiment with patterns. Add some frills to the edges, maybe even clip some cute bows to it. As long as you enjoy it, like I said, I think you should go wild. It's all for your pleasure and satisfaction after all. Similarly, fake flowers are a great way to decorate. In one corner of my room, I have some hanging from the ceiling with colorful string. I mean, it could look better, but anyways. And when it comes to the wall, I have them pinned by piercing the center with a thumbtack. Not only do the general fake flowers work, but I also pinned up some paper flowers that came with a locker decoration set. Something that my sister personally gifted to me from a book fair. If I could have, I probably would have even bought fake vines for Michael's, but I opted against it since Walmart flowers are cheaper. Plus, they're still cute and colorful. You just have to disassemble the bouquet, trim down some of the green plastic with scissors, and you're basically good to go. Maybe just some fiddling needed. Also, if you're using tacks, I'd advise using maybe some colorful ones. I first started off with the usual yellow, but it's only because it was the first thing I saw in the store. On the topic of flowers though, I also decorated my ceiling light. Tulle is pretty cheap at Walmart, so I simply paired that up with a few leftover flowers I had, and I was basically done. Again, this was all pinned up using tacks, so... The main reason I like it, however, is that it helps concentrate the light into the middle of my room. I think it kind of helps with the ambience, but also, safety disclaimer, it's up to you what type of fabric you want to use, but please, do be careful with the heat created by the lighting and whatnot. Last thing I want is for your light to overheat or some sort of fire to start. Let's avoid arson, fellas. But anyways, it's the biggest reason why I chose tulle, but also I made sure to check the max warmth it'd reach. Not to mention, I made sure to bunch some of the tulle away from the edge of the light bulb cover to help with lessening said heat. Moving on, decoration idea 4. You know those colorful paint samples in Walmart, Home Depot, and wherever else? Since they're free to take, I also like using them as decoration. Maybe doodle on it with a pen since it's what sticks the best, and then simply stick it onto the wall with tape. Similarly, if there's stickers you want to use but don't want to directly put on the wall, I'd just say put them on the little sample papers. Once you want to go for a different look, you can just take them down and save them aside for something else. Maybe even make a little connection. Kind of like trading cards, but with personal stickers. Decoration number 5. Bed canopies are pretty cheap on Amazon, but guess what's cheaper? Some thumbtacks and fabric from Walmart. Originally, I had a crocheted net I'd made hanging above my bed, but then I decided that some of the spare fabric I had would look cuter. All I did after that was make some bows with leftover tulle before clipping it with safety pins. To be honest, I was pretty sure the pins would have given way by now, but they're actually going pretty strong so far. I just had to angle the tacks in the ceiling so that gravity and the weight of the fabric wouldn't just make it flop on me mid-sleep. And then bada bing, bada boom, we're chilling. Also, one other little handy tip if you don't have space for extra jewelry. What else do I suggest? More thumbtacks. Not only can you hang necklaces from it, but if you need some extra clips or something to just put somewhere, you can just slip them into some decorative baggies and then line them up on the wall. Maybe even pin some cuter thumbtacks around it just for extra style. Now, unfortunately, that's kind of all I have left. That's the only thing I've been able to come up with on my own. That's fairly cheap, if y'all have any, especially cheap ones, hand them tips over, shotties. Sorry. Okay, no, but yeah, that's kind of it for me. Bonzi out.